Hey, how's it going? Scott here. I just thought I'd make a little video, update you on what I've been working on lately, and a few things going on with SMA that are definitely worth talking about. Let's start with what I've been building, I guess. Lately I haven't been down here too much. Hanging out upstairs with the family, playing some Crazy Eights, having some laughs. But I do have the basic tools upstairs at the kitchen table, and I've been cleaning up parts and some really basic assembly. So that leads itself to having tons of projects on the go. Tons. This 32 Ford is pretty much where I last left it, simply because it needs paint now. It needs, like, the engine needs some paint and stuff. I'll get back to that once I get some time to be down here in this complete mess, which needs to get cleaned up. You might have saw this already. I assembled this Mac kit. Awesome little kit. That's going to get painted someday soon. I also dug this out of my stash. It's the Fujimi Garage tool set. I think this is number 1. They got a few different versions of it. This is a real nice kit. You get tons of stuff to do a shop diorama, garage diorama. I'm going to kind of build something over this year, basically like a photo opportunity style thing, garage. And I've been tinkering away at this upstairs. I do have quite a few of the pieces assembled. The kit's real nice, but there's lots of seam lines, lots of injection pin marks to remove, and some quirky little fit issues, especially with that toolbox. This does come with like a hydraulic lift. It's not on the box art. Also comes with an engine hoist, which isn't on the box art. And you know, there's like little things like that. Tables, chairs, another engine cart. Lots of cool stuff in there. Welding tanks. So that's kind of like, I spent a couple evenings cleaning that up, assembling it, and then I put it on the back burner. A lot of little tiny finicky parts, man. I dropped more of these little casters. They hit the floor running. I lost one. As soon as stuff hits the floor, it's like everybody freeze, and I'm down on my hands and knees trying to look along the floor line to see where it is. And the stuff's the size of a speck of dust. So the carpet monster ate a couple of those, but that's cool. I found the major stuff. So yeah, cleaning up parts. I cleaned up this kit, the '69 Camaro. Man, I love this car. Just love it. If I was a rich man, I would be driving one of these. Some nice. So that's ready for primer. All the parts have been cleaned. It's been wet sanded. It's been soaked. It's ready for primer. I've got a few basic, I got the engine block together and a couple other things, but now it needs to be painted. That's going to be a lime green, white stripes, kind of doing it with, well, my wife's suggesting the colors because that gets her kind of into the hobby a little bit. And my son and I are just having a ball talking about cars and thinking about builds. And we've actually, this week we started on a build together. We were going to do the Novas, but that's a level 3 kit. It honestly kind of overwhelmed me, so I put that in a box, and I'll get back to that after I get some more quote-unquote simpler car builds under my belt. Tristan and I are going to tackle the '77 Chevy van. We're going to make this into a zombie hunter with a little bit of Black Ops 2 influence in the paint scheme. And what we've decided to do is put like a turret on top. We got a lot of crazy ideas. We'll see where it goes. One of the crazy ideas is making it into a monster truck, though. We're definitely going to do this. Make it into a monster truck zombie hunter van. This comes from an old kit. What is it now? I think it's the MPC Bronco monster truck that I bought on eBay, and it was a glue bomb. And it turns out some of the suspension is missing, so I'm going to have to scratch build some of that. I took the frame from that old kit and removed the wheel wells, and this is like the frame and belly pan from the van. I don't know, I'm going to try to maybe use this and then build a floor onto it, because this works a little bit better for holding up the suspension I don't know where that's going, honestly. But Tristan's with me every other week, so 7 on, 7 off. He lives here, and then he lives at his mom's. So the weeks he's here, we're going to tinker away at this. This could take us, who knows, 6 months to build this. But we're having a lot of fun together, just hammering out ideas. It's kind of been all on paper so far. But and I encourage you, build a kit with your kids. Do it, man. Time is short. And a lot of us got into the hobby because of our fathers or uncles or cousins or whatever. It takes someone to get you in. So I know it's kind of a selfish hobby, right? We like to get away into our man caves and build. But if you have a son or a daughter that are the least bit interested, I really encourage you, like, you know, do it. Do it. You can do it! Put in the time. Take the time and get messy and go for it. You'll have fun together. You'll have a project, you'll have something on the shelf that you did, and you just might help them get the bug. And you love the hobby, why not share that down the generation with your kids? So that's my public service announcement for the day. What else is rocking here? I cleaned up another kit too. Like I say, I'm just sitting at the kitchen table cleaning up kits. I had this, got it from a friend. I bought it basically for all the cop stuff, for the guns, and you know, that light bar is pretty cool. So this too is ready for primer. It's a Ford Taurus, pretty average looking car. I want to build this up as like a daily driver, a little bit of rust, maybe the rocker panels or whatever. But it's all cleaned up, every seam has been addressed, and it's ready for paint. So whenever that gets painted, I don't know. I've got lots of stuff ready for paint, man. I got a T72 kicking around here somewhere. Just one sec. This is as old as, I don't know. Like, that's in primer. It's been in primer for a year. I should just paint the darn thing, you know? I enjoy doing armor too. Lots of stuff, lots of stuff. So that's kind of where my workbench is at. And as far as SMA, okay, here's what we got going on SMA. Ken and I are working our tails off on issue 2. That's going to come out in March. As far as the digital version, Pocket Mags and I have been talking quite a bit this week, and we're getting things set up to release that. I don't have a date yet, but it's sooner than later. And that's going to be released on Pocket Mags, which works in a browser, and also on an iPad app for your Apple device. What else? Started work on a new version of ScaleModelAddict.com. We're going to integrate, again, the forum into more of a magazine style website that has articles, photo galleries, tips database, kind of like a real website, not just a forum. And that's going to be kind of a long process because there's a lot of work to do there. It's actually my 5th version of the website in as many years. So it seems like once a year I end up working at the site, and more information on that soon in a video specifically for it. Also, as a lot of you guys at SMA know, the Big Spring Contest is right around the corner. It starts in March, and since we're February 1st today, 2013, it's time to start talking about it, but again, more on that soon, like within the week. On that, starting to prepare you with what the categories are and all the details on the Big Spring Contest. That's going to run March, April, May this year, as opposed to April, May, June. We're bumping it a month ahead so it doesn't run into summer so much. Yeah, the magazine, issue 2 is going to rock, man. It's really cool. And we're also working, talking to some distributors, getting SMA Magazine out there into the bigger arena, if you want to say. But you can still get your copy of issue 1 at ScaleModelAddictMagazine.com. I really thank you for your support. Everyone who's purchased the first issue and bought subscriptions and subscribed from 2 to 7. It's going really strong. We do have some copies left, but as we get with distribution, those copies are going to be reduced fairly quick. So I encourage you, if you want to pick up a copy, you can get it today. Get it while quantities last, so to say. And look for more news, dedicated videos on issue 2 later on in February as we get closer to releasing that issue. Yeah, so just a big thanks to the YouTube subscribers. Thank you guys. I know I'm kind of hit and miss with YouTube. Between YouTube and ScaleModelAddict.com and Facebook, we're almost hit 3,000 likers on Facebook. Thank you if you're following us on Facebook. We just put out a really cool article on Facebook. Chris Spalding did some wood paneling decals, and there's a real cool step-by-step there. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you don't check us out on Facebook, we get content kind of happening all over the place. And I know it's 3 different audiences, if you want to say that, but I know there's a lot of crossover. So guys, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, the tips of my toes, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, and for hanging out at the forum. Yeah, it's been quite a wild ride. We started this back in 2008, and you know, we're 4 years in the can, so to say, working on our 5th, and it's a ton of work, but it's a ton of fun and so many great friends, and just really thank you so much. I think that's it. I think I covered everything I wanted to say. I'm sure I've rambled on long enough. 11 minutes and 24 seconds. Excellent. Well, I'll leave you with that. God bless you, and I'll be back soon with some of the more official type videos on the contest, and then on issue 2. And if I get some work done on these kits, I will gladly post an update, let you know where I'm at. If you guys have any advice on how I can monster truck this, if you got links to showing me how a suspension should sit, feel free to email me or message me or inbox me or whatever. There's 1,000 ways to get a hold of me. That's it. I'm done talking. I gotta go eat some macaroni. It's lunchtime. Macaroni. Alright, God bless. See ya. Peace.